an interesting and an uh, comedy set that he shared with us. Have you guys been following the news? There is this news of a High Court judge in Delhi called Yashwant Verma, who was discovered that there was a fire in his house, and when the firemen went and they cleaned up the house and tried to put out the fire, they realized that there's one room full of cash. The entire room was full of cash, and there were videos put out about cash, burning cash piles that the firemen put out. And the Supreme Court of India, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of India, they published that video and made sure that this High Court judge was taken to task, and there's prosecution happening and all sorts of some investigations happening. But it goes to tell you something that, and this was in Delhi, so which means that Delhi has two sources of pollution now. One, there is the burning of cash crops, which causes pollution in winter. And as soon as summer starts, they start burning cash to keep the pollution levels high, which also means that cash is, oh man, there's a nice joke I had over here. Anyway, so now that this is basically what they mean. If you look at the video, you'll see all these stacks of charred cash bundles. So that's what they mean by black money, I guess, because and the good thing is that now that the black money is turned into black money, after the burning it's demonetized. So at least it's no longer something that this judge can use. All right, I see a few smiles on this. I'm going to use this in my next set. I saw Dhanu smiling and Aditya smiling, so thank you for that smile. We have an international. Sorry?
Black money one is very good.
Thank you. We have an international speaker coming up next. So before I butcher his introduction, let me tell you what he really thinks about himself. Please give it up for a guy who is proof that happiness is just one jalebi away. He's fat, fabulous, and probably thinking about his next aloo paratha. When he's not dodging aunties asking about his weight, he's serving up laughs like ghee on a hot tawa. My goodness, this guy knows Indian cuisine really well. Though I can see Dhanu looking at him with very judging eyes, like, how can you eat unhealthy food like that? Make some noise for the man who believes that paneer without naan is a crime. Ladies and gentlemen, our next performer, E.T., 6 minutes E.T. plus 1 extra for buffer. Over to you.
Thank you, Sai. You ever notice how in India being fat is treated like a family emergency? Beta, why are you still fat? Aunty, because every time I diet, my mom makes aloo paratha and says, just one bite, beta. Indian parents act like being fat is a temporary situation. My mom even called the pandit to check my horoscope just to see if my metabolism was cursed. And my relatives? Every function feels like a wake-in. Hey, son, how much do you weigh now? I don't know, uncle. Maybe right after your cholesterol check? Indian parents care more about your plate than your weight. See, Indian parents don't actually care about your health. They care about how much you are eating. Yes. They don't want me to lose weight. They just want to make sure I'm getting my daily quota of G. Mom was like, Beta, you are looking thin. Are you okay? I said, Mom, I just took off my jacket.
That is so corny, E.T.
The bit of body positivity in Indian families. People say, love your body. Body positivity. My family says, Arre, love your body. First, find it under all that fat. When I was a kid, my relatives were like, "Oh, Motu is so cute." No, it's just Beta. Diabetes is calling. Here it is. My dad tried to motivate me to lose weight. He said, "Son, you should be like Salman Khan." I said, "Dad, even Salman Khan has a body double." Being fat is a full-time job. Every day is like an obstacle course. Chairs, not all of them are for us. If it has arms, it's a cable. Airplane seats, forget it. I'm not flying economy. I am flying emotionally damaged. And amusement parks? Bro, the only ride I'm getting on is on the bands outside with the other disappointed uncle. I tried dieting. Big mistake. Intermittent fasting? More like intermittent suffering. Keto? I'm sorry, but paneer without naan is just a sad block of regret. My mom tried to support me by making diet food. She said, "Beta, I made poha without oil." That's not poha, mom. That's just dry rice and disappointment. Look, being fat is not the worst thing. The worst thing is people trying to help. Beta, have you tried yoga? Aunty, I did. My body made sounds like sounds like I didn't know it could. And gyms, they scare me. The trainers are like, "Push harder." Bro, I'm already pushing societal beauty standards. Ugh. People act like being fat is a tragedy. Arre, this is peak enjoyment. I can double my dessert, triple my happiness, and never worry about people stealing my fries. Because they are too scared, I'll beat their head. And let's be real. Every gym's guy favorite activity, taking mirror selfies. My favorite activity, finding the perfect angle where I look like I have had only 2 samosa. So to all my fellow fatties, enjoy it, own it, and please, for the love of God, stop pretending diet cola cancels out biryani. Stop. Thank you, and remember, stay fat, stay fabulous, and always eat the last jalebi. Back to you, Sai.
I did not know Indonesians knew so much about Indian parenting, Indian dieting habits, Indian food habits. Amazing stuff. ET, this was a masterclass on two things. One, knowing your audience, and two, making sure that you tell the story the way it's supposed to be told. Amazing stuff. I mean, I did not expect to learn something. I mean, every meeting there's something to learn, something to gain from those meetings. But this was like it was like I was attending a demo of a how comedy is supposed to be done. I really liked it. I really thought, and it showed great respect for the audience for you to do so much work to represent the Indian story in your comedy, though you're not Indian yourself. I mean, you're honorary Indian. We made that joke already, that you're basically an Indian. So yes, I'm really appreciating that you put so much work into this. And the only place where I thought there was a little bit of a place for improvement, Ghee is pronounced ghee, not G. Just that's the only place. Everything else was spot on. Jalebi, naan, paneer, everything was A+, except ghee was pronounced as G. That's the only mistake. Not a mistake. Room for improvement. Let's put it like that. Let's be positive. Room for improvement. How many of you have pets in this audience?